Waterloo Sunset by the Kinks is a work of art. Ray Davies has an ability to create a crystal clear image. Like a painter, he has colour and texture. His lyrics paint the picture of the Waterloo sunset that he sees, but shows it from different perspectives to create vivid images for us to see. The music is providing the background to this scene, and it flows like an undercurrent that subtly adapts to the different points of view. Our roles as musicians is often to create the feelings to the thoughts that the words make the listener think. And by understanding how the music in Waterloo Sunset ties together these different points of view, we might gain insights into how we can use music to create an image in our listener's mind. We're introduced to the scene, to the sunset, with a B major chord that builds in tension while the bass descends down an E major scale. This B major chord builds in energy, ready to take us somewhere. This 5 chord resolves to the 1 chord, which is the start of the verse progression. Then the scene appears to stop moving just for a moment as the descending bass line is replaced with a simple but beautiful lead guitar melody. This melody is then used to sing the lyrics. The lyrics being sung with this melody describe the scene from the point of view of an observer watching the world go by. And as soon as we hear the first line, the image is completed.
Dirty old river, let's just keep rolling, flowing into the night.
The scene starts moving again, and because the descending bass line returns, it flows through the music. The chord progression is in E major. The 1 chord E major goes to the 5 chord D dominant 7 and then to the 4 chord A major. The bass line starts on the root note of the E major chord but then descends to the 3rd of the B7 chord and then descends again to the 3rd of the A major chord. This inverts the chords, turning them into E major, B7/D sharp, A major/C sharp, and this makes the bass line weave through the chords and creates this fluidity. Now when he describes the busyness of the scene to us,
People so busy, make me feel dizzy, taxi light shines so bright.
we're observing the dizziness and the shining lights from a distance. As a listener, we don't always pay attention to the feelings that the song and the music is laying out for us. And this is fine. When we listen to music, we don't need to understand all of its parts and all of its subtle nuances. We just enjoy the music for what it is. But as a musician, understanding what feelings the song needs us to express will inform the musical choices that we make. For example, in this song, the music is acknowledging how busy the scene is by adding layers of vocal harmonies that overlap and play off each other, which shows us the movement inside the world that he's observing.
Busy, make me feel dizzy, taxi light shines so bright.
Everything is united. Everything is in perfect harmony with each other. The world is chaotic and busy, but everything is in its rightful place. And then the perspective changes. It changes to the thoughts that he is having about the scene that he is showing us. And this perspective occurs every time we come to a pre-chorus. The busyness of the previous scene is now a sustained harmony that sounds further away in the background.
But I don't need no friend. But I don't feel afraid, and they don't need no friend.
As he gets momentarily lost in these thoughts, we transition to the 2 chord, F sharp minor, and for the first time the chords follow the movement of the bass line, which descends chromatically. So from the F sharp minor chord, the octave F sharp descends by a semitone to an F, turning this next chord into an F sharp minor major 7. This octave descends another semitone to an E, and this turns the next chord into an F sharp minor 7. And these notes are mirroring the descending motion of the bass line. This chord progression is called a minor drop or a line cliche, and its use here seems to represent the feeling of getting lost in thoughts. And when he snaps out of these thoughts, the chord changes to a B major and he sings the line.
As long as I gaze on
The main chord progression comes back and he tells us where he is.
Waterloo Sunset, I am in paradise.
It's really clever how the use of the minor drop in this section adds more depth to the thoughts that he's sharing with us, which adds more texture to the image that he's showing us, his image of paradise. But where is he seeing this paradise from? This perspective is the job of the choruses. The harmonies become further away, almost non-existent, and this shows us that from this vantage point, he's alone.
Every day I look at the world from my window.
We're back to his point of view, so we return to the 2 chord, but now we're seeing the physical space that he is in. This perspective feels very out of place with the world that he's been observing. So the 2 chord changes to a major tonality. F sharp major is out of place within the key of E major. So we venture out of key as we venture out of the world that he is observing. F sharp major acts as a secondary dominant chord that leads us to the B major chord that follows this. It's a subtle difference and one that people often miss. This shift in tonality sees the electric guitars come to the forefront and the bass line still descends, letting us know that the view is still just beyond the window. Now the electric guitars almost have an aggressive edge to them in this section, like they're trying to get out of this perspective and back to the world outside of the window. And as we come out of each chorus, we hear the sentiment of the song.
Waterloo Sunset's fine.
As we hear this sentiment, the guitar goes back to playing the B major chord where all of this started from. The chord stays still and the bass descends down the E major scale. The B major chord stays still like the man looking out of the window. And in the outro, the bass also stops moving and joins in with this chord just by staying on a B note. All of the points of view combine to take their place in the image. Davies creates a crystal clear image. He adds colour and texture. His lyrics create a vivid picture of the world that he is seeing and shows us the image from different perspectives. But from all of these angles that he shows us, we still feel the motion of the river floating along, created by the descending bass line that flows throughout the song. The music provides an undercurrent that adapts to the changing perspectives and almost adds another perspective and another point of view. The point of view of the view that he is seeing. The music brings everything together to complete the image. The music brings everything together to create paradise. The music brings everything together to create a work of art. Now there's a lot more to writing a song than just painting a picture. I mean, this guy knows exactly what I'm talking about. But my name's Davey H. I hope you've enjoyed my musings on Waterloo Sunset. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one.